Yeah, Satish, can you switch on your mic?
It's already on, sir.
No, you are not visible.
Okay. Yeah, please check it now, sir. Is everything fine?
Yeah. It is audible now. Okay.
Okay.
Good evening to everyone. Once again, I think the next keynote resource person is Mr. Satish Padavala. I'm going to read the biodata of Mr. Satish Padavala before going to his talk. Mr. Satish Padavala, he is a CEO of Ramson Technologies, Vijayawada, and he have more than 10 years experience in technical training on various technologies, including IoT, robotics, embedded system, and machine learning, Python, artificial intelligence. And he has also delivered several workshops like IITs and NITs and various premier institutes and colleges. Mr. Satish Padavala, he received his MTech degree from in embedded system in VLSI from Lovely Professional University, and also he has a lot of technical experience in IoT devices, sensor modules, communication protocols, displays, motors and drivers, and ICs, programming skills, embedded programming, software tools, operating systems. And he also done various projects in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. And he also got the best emerging technical trainer for the year of 2021 by Business Mint in Vijayawada. I'm requesting to Satish, you can continue your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So I'm
Yeah,
sharing my presentation, sir.
yeah. You just share your presentation. I stopped my sharing. You can share now.
Okay.
Yeah, I give the permission. You can share it.
Yeah, I'm sharing it, sir.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it is visible. You just make it full screen mode.
yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So first of all, thank you so much, sir, for the entire team of IIT for inviting me for this wonderful session. And especially thanks to Dr. Ravikumar Garu for inviting me for this session. So this 1.5 hour session, I'm majorly concentrating and about my experience and the current trends and the future scope of few important things. First of all, I want to tell that one thing, like this is my 10th year in this field of learnings as a like IoT expert or embedded systems and robotics. These three are the major streams I'm majorly handling from last 10 years. So I have seen a lot of difference in upgradation of the technology from a small basic controller to the biggest microprocessors that we are using right now in GPUs, especially for the artificial intelligence. So I have worked with all kind of these basic microcontrollers. You guys, most of you know that 8051, 8052, these kind of microcontrollers, it was happened and it was used before 10 years by even for our projects also, we have used them. So, but right now, very few people are using them, and there are a lot of new controllers and processors came into the market. So, okay, I just want to go for the basic title of the theme. I mean, title of this session. So, the importance of IoT in robotics. So, we all know about basically we are working with the robotics from like around 20, 30 years, even before. So, we are working with the robotics, and at the same time we are already working with IoT things, so Internet of Things, especially electronics, embedded systems. We are working with this from last 10 to 15 years. So but nowadays from last 5 years the technology has changed a lot. Integration of one technology in another technology, this is the current trend and the future trend. Right now it is a huge scope. Okay, so the Internet of Things is exclusively a separate technology before, and robotics is a separate technology. Even artificial intelligence, whatever we are listening nowadays, the most emerging technology is artificial intelligence. So this is also one of the emerging technology from last 5 to 6 years. But nowadays, the combination of these technologies are playing a very key role. So I just want to go into that along with the practical things that what we are seeing nowadays. So first thing what we want to know is like what is Internet of Things. So generally, I think most of the mechanical students are involved in this session. So I want to give a brief introduction about IoT. So first thing, what is an Internet of Thing? So generally, we know that Internet of Things means the connecting of everyday objects that is surrounded by our daily lives, or by when we are moving from house to the college or house to the offices. And we can see in offices, we can see in inside home, we can see in on the go in the cities or agriculture fields. So there are a lot of applications. Okay, so connecting everyday objects. So let us take an example, like when we are in a home. So when you are entering into a home, so automatically all the lights in a home will controlled by human interactions. Like when you are entering into the room, the lights will on. So likewise, when you are keeping your hand below your taps inside any washrooms, so automatically water is coming. And so if you are moving, if you are going in a city, so automatically your data, or like the traffic data is going into the uh, required data, like what can I say, like RTO offices, by detecting your number plates. Okay, this car is going over speed, or this car or this vehicle is crossing the lines, red line or something. So these kind of real-time monitorings can be possible with Internet of Things. Okay, so this is simply in a definition we generally call it as connecting everyday objects. So these are all objects, like lights is an object. Okay, like cars is an object. Okay, so these kind of objects with internet. Okay, with the internet connecting every day. Understand this point, because this is the most important point why we are integrating IoT in robotics. Because if you don't understand why IoT, like what is IoT and how IoT is working, then we cannot understand how it is useful for robotics. So that is why I'm telling. So Internet of Things is like connecting everyday objects. Okay, in daily life, like as I said before, lights, okay, fan or any AC, geyser, everything inside home, these objects, we are connecting with the internet. We are connecting with the internet to operate, okay, to operate using your mobile apps or websites. So we can control it from your mobile phone. Okay, when you are if you want to open, if you want to on the geyser, you can do it by using your mobile phone. Let us have a small app in the mobile phone, so you are controlling on the geyser. You have a very basic switch. Instead of you are going into that home and switch on the geyser, so instead of doing that, you can control it from your mobile phone. Okay, so like that, there are a lot of different applications are there for Internet of Things. So coming to the robotics. So coming to the robotics, generally we know that what is robots. Uh, Robot is a mission. Okay, robot is a mission which have a physical movements. There are people, still I have questions when I went for the sessions or workshops or any other things. So people are asking, uh, what is a robot and what is an embedded system. There is a major difference. Okay, so generally why this question is arising, because people will not understand this is also using some electronic components or electrical devices to make a robot. And at the same time, the embedded systems also using same kind of electronic devices only. But why it is different? So the major difference between an electronic or embedded system and the robot is the robots are a movable things. Okay, this is a major difference. So the robots having a movable parts or moving segments inside of their system. Okay, so that is why when we are taking an example of automobile industry, so the robots are making or shaping the automobile parts, or connecting the automobile parts when you are seeing in an automobile industry. So those are called as robots. But when you are seeing an embedded system, let us example, if you are taking a radio, okay, any radio or laptop or whatever it may be, these are the embedded system, because it doesn't have a movement inside of it. Even though it is having a number of electronic components and sensors and everything it is having, but still it's an embedded system because it doesn't have an option of moving. There is no moving parts inside of it. Okay, so this is the major difference between an embedded system and the robotic system. Okay, so when we are coming to the robotic system, because we are majorly talking about robotic systems, so the moving of, okay, this can be possible with, most probably it is the robotic system can be possible with electronics and electrical devices. It's a combination of electronics and electrical devices along with the mechanical structure, because this is playing a key role. Okay, the mechanical structure is playing a key role, because if you are making a robot, okay, let us take an example of four-axis robot. Okay, that we commonly known as. So the four-axis robot, if you see any four-axis or three-axis robots, so these axis, you can have the motors, you have the electronic systems. So okay, this supplies the power supply to the motors, so the motors will move. But without having the proper calculation of the design, the length of the arm, okay, the degree of the arm, how much it has to move. So these kind of mechanical structure, without having a proper calculation and proper design, so that robot will not work. So that is the main part. One of the main part is the mechanical structure. So it is embedding with the proper motor system and controlling with the electronic devices. So all these three combination we will generating a robotics in our daily lives. Whatever, I mean, I can say like any industry, especially in any industry, these are the major three components we are using to design a or to make a robot. So coming to the IoT, so IoT generally doesn't have any moving parts. Okay, so we have to know one more important thing. What is the difference between embedded system and an IoT? Because as I told you before, embedded system is also a combination of electronic devices, sensors and everything, but it doesn't move. That is why we are calling it as an embedded system, and moving parts and the moving system is called as a robotics. But coming to the electronics and IoT, the difference is, the most important difference is, the embedded system is not connecting with the internet. There is no concept of operating with the other device, or no concept of operating with the internet. There is no concept of operating with the mobile phone or an application, software application. There is no concept in embedded system. Okay, understand these three segments, most important: IoT system, embedded system, and robotics. Okay, so when you come to the IoT, all the things whichever present in embedded system will be there in IoT. So it means it having a electronic controlling system and sensor system and actuating system. Everything will be there, just like an embedded system. But it is also having an extra component called internet connectivity. Okay, it has a component called internet connectivity, and it is also having a combination of software segment. Means an app, an application, what generally we are using in mobile phones, an app or any web application. So when you combine a software app and embedded system, is together call it as a IoT system. Okay, so when internet of things. Okay, so let us example radio. Let us take an example of radio. I want to explain how a radio embedded system, because we know radio is an embedded system. It is having batteries and some communication device to connect with the satellites and to cut the radio signals and to play songs or whatever it may be. Let us take an example of radio. So radio is an embedded system. Okay, so radio is an embedded system. Now I want to make it as an IoT device. Okay, so initially we have to know that what is IoT. So that is the reason I'm explaining it. So I want to make this embedded system into an IoT device. So how can I do that? It doesn't have an option to connect with the internet. It doesn't have an option to operate from the mobile phone, or it doesn't have an option to operate from any web application from laptop. It doesn't have that option. So now I want to make this embedded system into an IoT device. So I want to connect a Wi-Fi or any internet connectivity device. So I am connecting that. Let us assume I have connected a Wi-Fi device to this radio. Okay, it is connected well. So now I am designed an app, mobile phone app. Let us assume. Okay, I designed a mobile phone app. So this app having the options to change the frequencies, so that when you change the frequency, it will play the exact song that is coming in that frequency. Let us take it 93.5 Red FM. So like that, what we are the frequencies we are having. So I am designed a software. The software that is designed in the form of app. Okay, it is working in mobile phone. Understand? So this app is connecting with this radio through internet, because I am having this phone. Let us assume I am having this phone in some other place, and my radio is working in my home. I want to just on the radio, I want to change the channels, uh, frequencies. So how can it is possible? Because this radio can connect up to Wi-Fi, local Wi-Fi only, but it doesn't have an option to connect with the mobile phone directly, right? So that is why we are using connecting this mobile phone with this radio using internet. So that is why. So my mobile phone is connected with the internet. Generally, we are having internet options, internet internet plans and all. So my mobile connected to the internet, and I am attached a small extra chip to this radio. This radio is connecting with the internet. So now I have an option to control, to set the frequency. Okay, whatever I want in the embedded system. So this is complete system is called as an IoT project or IoT system. Okay, so keep this aside. Now we are bringing robotics and IoT. Okay, I hope you understand what is the difference between embedded system and IoT. So connecting Wi-Fi and software and internet to the embedded system, it makes a IoT system. So now the major task is how IoT is connecting with the robotics. Okay, so let us go into the other topics. Meanwhile, okay, I want to show you. So yeah, so why we need to connect robotics with the IoT? What is the scope and why we have to connect that? What is the use of that? So this is my next question. Okay, so I want to tell you few important things. When you are taking a example of few robots in the different industries, then we come to know that what is the importance of connecting IoT to the robotics. So major examples we have in the robotics is one can in the medical department, like medical industry. So where we are using robots in the medical industry is in micro robots are using to do the operations or to scan the internal body of the human body, right? So in medical applications we are having robots to scan inside internal things of the body and to do the operations. So we are having. So the next one in the next industry is automobile industry. So in automobile industry, we are having a lot of applications for the robots. We already know that if you know about Ola Electric plant in Karnataka, so it is generating a bike in every 2 seconds. I don't know how many of you know about this point. So in every 2 seconds, we are having one Ola electric bike. It is manufacturing in their plant in Karnataka's plant. So how it is possible means they are having 100% manufacturing through robots. That bike completely manufacturing using robots. So very less number of manpower they are using. So from the main parts making, assembling and painting, okay, all these things can be doing by the robots only. So this is how robots are using in automobile industry. Okay, so if you go for any cars manufacturing, okay, cars handling, you must be seen many videos in the social medias as well, how the manufacturing of the robots, I mean sorry, how the manufacturing of these things, uh, this automobile industry is using robotics. So this is the one of the major part automobile industry. And as I told you, hospital segments like medical industry, and in other industries where we are using robots. So if you go for any smart city segments, okay, if you go for smart industrial segment, apart from automobiles, smart city and smart industrial segments, most of the industries are using robotic activities because there is a lot of weightlifting things will be there, and a lot of automation should be there, because the problem with the man what can I say, like safety issues will be there. The people cannot go inside of that. Okay, there may be a toxic gases will be generating, toxic gases will toxic things, chemicals will be releasing over there. So in these kind of industrial plants, okay, using robotic activities inside of that plants, the tunnels or whatever it may be inside of that industries, they are using robots. Okay, so this is one of the industry, one of the third point where robotics are using. So like this, if you go for in different like agriculture industries also nowadays, like drones. So drone segment and automatic robots are spraying the things in by moving inside of crops. Okay, spraying, cutting, automatic cutting the crops, and segregation of weed and crop. So there is weeds will be there in the crop, so the segregation machines will be there, and watering plants will be there, grass cutting robots will be there. So in agriculture industry also, we are having a lot of applications for the robots. So if you, I think you guys know more about these robotics applications, because daily life we are seeing a lot of videos in social medias. So, but why IoT is important for these robots? This is the main question here. So these are all robots and these are all working fine. Then what is the concept of involving IoT in this robotics? So the main point is, if you see in any industry, let us go for example industries only. Let us go for medical industry example. So the robots are using. So the robots, whatever the robots are manufacturing, I mean, so what are the robots are using in medical industry for collecting of health data inside of the human body. Okay, let us assume a small micro robot which is used to find the inside our what I can say like veins, the blood activities and all. So we send a small robot inside of your body. So the IoT, the Internet of Things system, let us assume it is connected with that robot. So through internet, this robot is connected with the IoT system, and that system is giving the real-time monitoring in outside. Right, outside the monitor in the that is showing clear picture of the your blood quality or inside body any damage is there. So these kind of things can be monitored with the IoT system by using the robots. Okay, so here is the connectivity. And if you go for the Tesla example, if you go for the automobile industry, if you go for Tesla is the one of the major example for IoT system, IoT, artificial intelligence, and robotics. One of the major example. If you go for Tesla, the internal technology they are using, the complete internal technology they are using is connected with the internet. Because previously the automobiles are not connected with the internet. They directly when they are directly moving on the roads, and they generally monitor with the basic sensors, the fuel segment or the air pressure segment or any engine problems will be directly sensing by the sensors, but it is not connected with the internet previously. But nowadays the major technology cars, the okay apart from US, even in India also, like if you go for um, Mahindra cars, Mahindra latest version car, and if you go for even not even latest version, even previous cars also having internet connectivity. If you go for MG company cars, Hector or previous cars of the MG, it is completely connected with the internet. So what is the concept of connecting with the internet is like you can control your automobile. Okay, you can control your automobile using your mobile phone. You can track your complete cars, diagnosing the systems like okay, air pressure is there or not properly in all the tires. Okay, air is there or not, you can see in your mobile phone, or fuel levels you can see in your mobile phone. Okay, or any engine side problems are there in the car or not, you can see from your mobile phone. So like this you can monitor all your car activities from your mobile phone itself. So this kind of next level connectivity is going to be there in the automobile industries and all other robotic segments. Okay, let us as I said before in the medical segments, even when we go for the agricultural segment, if you go for an agricultural segment, even here also the data collection is most important. Okay, the robots are moving, how much acres of area a robot is covered, how much acres of area and how many plants are there, how much yield it can generate. Okay, so this is all the real-time data is collecting by the robot, and this will be shared with the our main system using internet. It means a combination of IoT system with the robot. So this is one of the example in agriculture segment. So same kind, you can use the same concept in this one also, like industrial segment. The toxic gases are releasing inside of any manufacturing plant. So we have to find that by using that robot. Okay, we will find that what are the gases names, so what kind of gases are releasing, and how much amount of toxicity is there, like how much it is affecting the people, okay, inside of the plant. So these kind of real-time monitoring of data is collecting by the robot, and by using IoT system, it is transferring to the our mobile phones or any server system. We can say it as a software. So it will send it to the software system. So if you go for this example, you can understand. Previously, we have the robots. So the robot generally finds, okay, there are two kinds of gases will be there that will be displayed just besides of the robot. Okay, or just in the same way, if you go for agricultural robots also, okay, that will spray as per the program, and it will go into the crops, and it will find number of weeds and all. It will display inside of the robot only. It won't transfer it to the any other system or centralized system. It don't transfer. So you can ask me a question like, sir, what is the difference between seeing the display on the robot and in the mobile phone? So generally, so what is the that much interesting thing about IoT and robotics combination and only robotics thing? You can ask me, right? So, but the important thing is, just imagine connecting a plenty of robots, connecting. Let us assume we have a hundred different plants throughout India. Let us assume 100 plants in India, and in every plant we have these robots to identify the toxicity. Let's assume. So then how many people has to work? 100 people has to work to see the displays when you are using only robots, because the robot will find that the toxic gases and everything, and that will do the basic things, and that will display on the robot itself. If it is only robot system, then 100 people has to there and has to collect the data, and they have to another system to send this data to a common place and to identify that, okay, which plant is having problem, which plant is okay. Okay, so like that, there are 100 people. Along with that, one more people has to identify this all 100 people's coordination. But imagine when we are integrating an IoT system with all these 100 systems, all these 100 robots in 100 different plants. So what will happen? This the robot one is there in the plant one. It will send the data to the central system. Let us assume we have a central system at one place. Okay, so likewise, all 100 systems are sending the centralized data to the main system. So only one person who is sitting over there, he can monitor all the 100 robots activity in a single window. Okay, so let us assume like how many people's work has reduced and how efficiently it will work, because there is a more probability if the human interface is there, right? So if the human interface is there in a work, then there is a probability of errors will be more. But if you are making it as an automated system, so the errors will be reduced and accuracy will be more. So in the same way, you can implement the same thing. See, nowadays Tesla is working that much accurately, avoiding the accidents and everything possible, because it is completely connected. I think you most of you know that, like, one Tesla is connected with the other Tesla. When they both are in the moving in the same direction or in the same road, so when they are moving, so one will automatically connect with the second one with a lot of security systems. Instead of there is a lot of security, but they are not. Sorry, they are one. They are connected with each other so that to avoid the collision or accidents. Okay, so let us assume all the cars in the world are connected with the internet, so that it will definitely reduce a lot of accidents. Okay, so in the same way in other domains, medical, as I told you before. So this is the how this robotics give a lot of information. I mean, lot of future scope by connecting with the IoT. So we know that one more important thing, like robotics, when we dividing them into different segments, we all know that, like, one, the robots are manual robots and semi manual robots and autonomous robots. So these three are the major segments for the robots. So when you are go for the manual robots means it is controlling by the human. So we generally control the robots, but we don't go into the robot, but the robot will be controlled by the human. Okay, the robot is, let us assume, take a robot is placed in the toxic places, but we are controlling that robot to move inside of the tunnel. Okay, to clean the tunnel or whatever the activity. So by controlling from outside. So these kind of robots are called as manual robots. But if you go for the autonomous robots, what it will do is completely it has a own control. Okay, we are not controlling that. Human is, there is no interface or there is no concept of human control over there. It is completely having their own thinking capability. Okay, so it will judge that, okay, what to do. Okay, gases are filling, so I need to clean that. Okay, so this kind of own thought process will be there for the robot, and it will clean them automatically. So these kind of robots are called autonomous robots. The second one is semi-autonomous. Okay, the third one, sorry, after manual, autonomous, and the third one is semi-autonomous. So it is having 50% having brain of thinking own, and 50% having brain of controlling by manually. So these kind of robots are called semi-autonomous robots. So these all three kinds of robots have a capability to embed with the IoT segment. Okay, so we'll go for the next one. As I told you, industrial efficiency gains. So why we need to use IoT in robotics? So there is a lot of efficiency. Industrial efficiency will be there. As I told you, 100 people will be reduced, and errors will be reduced. Okay, so there are a lot of things. So there is a precision agriculture innovations also there. Like as I told you, it has to move in a proper direction without avoiding a single plant. Okay, it will remove the weeds, and it will spray the fertilizers properly. It feeds, everything can be done easily using the robots. So the benefits of the robots. So these are the major we all know that these are the major examples for the robots which increases our efficiency and productivity. So these three real-time performance insights, like, and autonomous adoptions. Okay, predictive maintenance strategies. These are all important things for increasing the benefits of the IoT in robotics. So predictive maintenance and longevity of robots. So data-driven decision makings. Generally, if you are making a basic robots, I mean, are we making any kind of robots without having IoT? So they are inbuilt with a specified program to do a particular task. Okay, so we cannot able to change its movements. So if you are making a three-dimensional robot, and we are okay, we are made a three-dimensional robot, and we gave one particular program to it to pick this pen and keep it in some direction. So picking, keeping, picking, keeping. So this will be continuously doing by the three-directional robot. Okay, sorry, three-dimensional robot. But when I'm connected with Internet of Things, if there any misplacement of even a 1 degree or 1 centimeter distance, okay, it is doing a misplacement activity, then we can monitor it properly with this data. Okay, out of 100 times it is kept 5 times wrong, and remaining 95 times accurately. So the 5% the mistake done by this robot can also be corrected by using IoT. So that, because how it is possible means the data is correcting. Okay, out of 100 attempts it is done properly 95 times. Okay, but 5 times it is done mistaken. So we will identify that why it is done 5 times mistake. Okay, then we will have a chance to rectify it to make it 100% efficient. But it is possible only when the robot is connected with the internet. Only it is connected with the some system that is having the data concept. So it stores all the data and analyze the data and give a feedback about that particular robot to increase its efficiency in the future, to make it the next version of the robot. Okay, so that is kind of data driven things. So of course, as we told you, this is all about communication. one robot is communicating with the other, enhancing the communication and collaboration with one robot with other robots, so that we will increase the quality of work and to reduce the human efforts. So that is one of the main reason. So this is involving of real-time data exchange. One robot's activity is connecting with the other robot. As I told you, example of Tesla. Okay, when the Tesla is moving one and Tesla 2 is moving, the Tesla 2 is showing in the Tesla 1 screen. This is the real-time data exchange. Okay, the music system inside of the Tesla is completely depending on your mood of the driving person and the remaining other passengers. Okay, that depends on that person, and you can have a automated driving mode. Okay, the automatic driving mode is a combination of a lot of systems. One more important thing I want to mention in this IoT system is, the IoT system is a combination of sensors, actuators, and controllers and software. Okay, so all these sensors, when we are talking about Tesla car, it's a combination of lot of sensors. It can identify that how much speed it is going, and is there any other objects are there besides of it. Okay, a lot of temperature it will identify automatically inside of the car, so that it will adjust the AC. Because nowadays, if you see any basic automobiles, we have to adjust the AC, right? Still, it will be there in our systems. But if you go for a next level of Tesla or any segment, it will adjust the temperature automatically based on your body temperature and atmospheric temperature. So there is no concept of AC port over there. So this is all possible because of this integration of IoT systems. Okay. So we'll go for the next one. So what are the future trends and challenges? So, so when we see about these future trends, I want to tell you, I want to show you some future things about real-time robotics. I will show you 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Future trends and challenges in IoT are like basically every industry. Okay, if you go for any industry without IoT, so generally it is having basic systems. But when we are integrating with the IoT with robotics, okay, the main challenges are data safety and security. This is one of the main problem, because when you are connecting internet with your robot, okay, the industrial robot, but there is a problem, like if somebody is controlling by hacking this robot through internet, so there is a possibility, right? Before, okay, this robot is not connected with internet, so there is no possibility of hacking over there. Okay, but when it is connected with the internet, the main first challenge we are having is uh, our data security. Okay, whether our data, the robot data is secure in our server or not. Okay, so this is one of the key challenge in the industry right now. And the data, the large amount of data is collecting from the robot. Initially, we don't have that much data. Let us assume one robot is giving every minute data. Okay, every minute of data. Okay, so we need to spare, we need to store the data in somewhere in our system, right? Okay, so that is why it is collecting the data. So let us assume that robot is working continuously, okay, 24 hours, 365 days to do that particular task. Then how much data is collecting? And assuming these kind of robots, how many we are going to use in different industries. So there is a lot of collection of data. You know what, one of the important domain, artificial intelligence, is emerging right now. Why? Because of the large amount of data is coming into this picture. That is the main reason for the artificial intelligence segment and machine learning and data science segment. All these segments come into the picture because of the large amount of data is coming into the systems. Okay, so let us take the same point. This is the second challenge. We there is a lot of data is coming into the system. So analyzing this data is the biggest challenge nowadays. Okay, the robot is continuously sending 365 days and 24 hours a day. Okay, the entire data we are keeping it in an Excel sheet. Let us take an example. Okay, so time and working fine or not. Time exact. I mean working. What can I say? Like let's assume the same example. This robot is picking this pen and keeping it someplace. So let us assume every second. Okay, second, first time, second, place it correctly or not. S. Second, place it correctly or not. Not okay. Third time it is not placed. So like that, every data is there. Let us having a lakhs of data. So this much data keeping in the storages creating a lot of problem because it requires a lot of storage. Okay, this is one of the biggest challenge in the domain of keeping robots data in a IoT platforms. And the third one is the platforms. When we are going, of course, this will be a big problem for any new industry when it is coming into the market. Okay, because the established market already having a plenty of tools, plenty of knowledge platforms to design a new softwares or to use the new hardwares. Okay, but when a new technology is coming into the market, means there is a major problem, sir. Uh, Resources, like how to learn, how to utilize that resources, how to connect these IoT and robotics. Okay, how what kind of controllers we have to use. So these kind of learning resources are one of the major point to make a new kind of systems. So that is one of the challenge apart from security and data. And the third important one is like knowledge sharing and knowledge platforms and proper hardware setups. Okay, why I am saying a hardware setup means if you want to make your e-bike, okay, let us assume if you want to make a e-bike, so you can have a electronic motors ready, you can have the batteries ready, you have a suspension systems and these kind of things maximum ready. So we have to assemble it and we have to do a basic welding things to make your e-bike. But if you want to make an IoT system connecting with any existed robot, okay, there is no ready-made IoT things to directly embedding the IoT thing with the any robot. So we have to create a we have to create the IoT systems. So still have a there is a lot of gap between this IoT system and the robots when coming to the hardware components coming into the picture. Okay, so still, and even there are a lot of people still in the research mode to connect these IoT systems with the robots. Okay, yeah, these are the basic challenges and basic trends as well. Um, yeah, these are some examples, potential challenges in implementations, intercompatibility standards requirements, cybersecurity measures. As I told you, some people will hack our data, so that is a problem. So to reduce that, we should have the cybersecurity oriented systems. So the role of artificial intelligence in the future of IoT and enabled robotics. So, as I told you, let us assume we are connected this IoT system with the robots. Let us let's take an example of medical. We are created a robot. Okay, the real-time data is we are monitoring from what exactly I can say it like. Let's assume a doctor is operating from his hospital, and the robot is working in the patient's home. So there is a possibility, and the patient can carry that robot inside of his body in their daily day-to-day activities, but his data automatically daily monitoring in his phone, mobile phone. So the robot is moving inside his body, but he didn't feel that. Okay, there is a robot inside of his body, and the robot data will be okay. He can monitor in the mobile phone. Okay, my blood pressure is okay, and my sugar levels are okay. The robot will measure inside of the body. Sugar levels are okay. Okay, and if I get any heart attack option, I mean any possibility for the heart attack, okay, it is showing you have a major possibility of heart attack because your blood vessel in heart. one of the walls in the heart is going to close. So like that, the robot continuously monitoring inside the body. Okay, and it is showing in the your mobile phone. It is connected with the mobile phone application. So that is how the future things are going on. So coming to the artificial intelligence, so what is the scope of artificial intelligence in the robotics and IoT? As I told you before, there is a lot of data is collecting. Okay, this robot is giving a lot of data to this mobile phone. The robot is there inside of my body, and it is giving a lot of data to this mobile phone. So how a mobile phone can identify that which data is correct and how many sample it has to take? Okay, so this kind of decision makings can be done only by artificial intelligence system is going to be run inside of this mobile phone, because 1 lakh data, let us assume a 1 lakh of data is collecting in a 5 minutes of time. So in this 1 lakh data, the mobile app, okay, the map is designed with the backend of artificial intelligence technology. Okay, the app itself will tell that, okay, identify that, okay, this is the problem for this patient. So this most probably the 90% possibilities is he can get a heart attack. So 10% you don't get the heart attack. So like that, the decision making can be done by this mobile phone app application. Okay, it is possible only because of the artificial intelligence system that is running right now. So you all know that like chat GPTs and everything is possible, and then all these things are working right now. But for your questions, how it is happening? There is a lot of data. It is already trained in the back end of this chat GPT and all. The data coming from internet, it is taking and analyzing in the back end, and based on that, it is thinking just like a human. Okay, it is just like a human. It is thinking, and it is giving results. I want to tell you one important point. Many people have a doubt, sir. What is the difference between the computer and an artificial system computer? There are many people. I want to tell you one thing. If you go for any one example, oh sorry, if you see in a computer, the main problem is with the computer is, if you are giving uh, 10 times 1. Let us assume I am writing a 10 ones. Okay. And I told computer to read all these 10 ones. And after some time, okay, I will show you one more one to the computer. So will it identify or not? The computer doesn't have the artificial intelligence system. Let us assume that robot or whatever it may be, the system doesn't have the artificial system. It has a camera. Okay. And I have given the data to that 10 different number one. You know, right? I write 10 different ones. Okay. As a to understanding purpose, I have given initially. So when you are taking a basic computer, it will identify a one more one when you are showing. Okay, I'm showing this to the system. So then it will say, okay, uh, when you are going for a normal system, it doesn't identify it as a one. It don't identify it. Why? Because this one exactly not matching with the 10 previous ones that I have given to that system. But if I give any one number one photo to that computer with the same previous 10 matching, exact matching, okay, then it will show, okay, one is shown here. But coming to the artificial intelligence system, anyone, the artificial intelligence system is also trained with the same 10 examples of ones, different ones. It is also trained, but you have written one more one, but this is not matching with the previous 10 designs, 10 ones, but it's not matching, but still it is identifying it as a one. Simple example, guys. One thing is like, what is this? You all can say this is the one, right? But did you see the same one before? You don't see the same exact one. You have seen the ones before, but the same exact one you haven't seen before, right? But still, why you are identifying? Your brain is working. Your intelligence, simply your intelligence know that you have seen lakhs of different ones from your childhood to till date, and so that you will your brain is trained for that concept. Okay, one means it will be looking like this or nearby like this. We call it as a one. So that is the reason you directly identify this is the one, but the exact one you haven't seen. Same in the same like way, the artificial intelligence also working. Okay, we are training the artificial intelligence system with the previous data, just like how we are trained from childhood to till date. Okay, so like that, there is a lot of data. Okay, we are giving to that artificial intelligence system. So the artificial intelligence system initially do that training. Initially, it will train their computer. Initially, they will train. After that, it will tell you, okay, I am ready. Okay, I am ready. So now show me any number. I will tell. So I'm directly writing something. So it is identifying. Okay, it is two. How it is identifying? Because it is trained with lakhs of twos before. Okay, then it is a capability to identify that two. So in the same way, when we are coming with the robotics and an IoT, there is a lot of data is coming. So robot, let's assume if you are sitting in a Tesla car. Okay, let us assume I want to tell you one important point. So that is with the example. If you are sitting in a Tesla car, it doesn't have an artificial intelligence system. It just have a basic computer. Okay, and the complete car connected with the IoT also. So it is showing your real-time data. There is object is coming. The sensors are there. Okay, suddenly there is a animal is coming in front of the car. So now your Tesla is thinking whether I have to stop or not. If it is a basic system without an artificial intelligence system, if it is a basic system, okay, it is identifying that the exact bull or whatever it may be, the exact object, whatever present inside of the car is matching with the database, then only it will stop. If it is not matching with the database, it won't stop, it will hit. But when come to the artificial intelligence, okay, it is trained for all kinds of objects. Cars will be looking like this, animals will be looking like this, okay, people will be looking like this. It is trained in the back end. It is trained in the back end. So new car is coming, okay, new model car. It was just launched one day before, so that it was not there in the database of the Tesla also, but still it will stop. Why? Because it is trained. Just like humans, okay, this is a new car. How we are identifying a new car which is just launched one day before? We will identify, right? So in the same way, the Tesla will also identify it's a new car. So this is how artificial intelligence is connecting with the IoT data and analyzing the data. Okay, and after analyzing this data, it is giving the appropriate results. Okay, this is the car. Okay, or this is the animal. This is the human. This kind of recognitions will be there. In the same way, when you are going for the agricultural examples, agricultural fields, okay, the robot is moving in the fields and identifying a lot of different new weeds are coming, or lot of plants which is having a different kind of crops. Okay, it is yielding high and it is yielding low. So like that, it has a lot of data and identifying that, okay, whether I have to remove this weed or not. It has the data and it is thinking whether I have to remove it or not. Okay, so like this artificial intelligence system, IoT system and robotic system togetherly doing a great job in the future. Almost all systems are automated, all robotic systems are automated along with the artificial intelligence. Lot of applications are coming day by day. You can see that. Okay, so this is how this IoT systems and the robotic systems are connecting. So let's go into some other important and some new concept in the statistics wise, like how many jobs it can create in the future. Okay, I want to show one graph, how many jobs can create. I'm sharing a new screen. Uh,
What, Satish?
yeah, I'm sharing another screen, sir. Okay, stop.
Please. This you can stop it.
So if you see this window, I think it is visible to everyone. So new IoT job roles along with the robotic segment are there. So these are the different segments having the job roles for the IoT people. If you go for robotic specialist over here, this is the special kind of jobs for the robotics embedding with IoT. I want to tell you one more important thing for everyone. IoT is a segment is connected with the all other domains, not only specific to robotics. Okay, if you go for embedded systems people, if you go for VLSA segment, if you go for automobile industry, for anything anywhere, smart cities, smart homes, um, smart like medical application, transport applications, okay, logistics applications, industrial applications, everywhere IoT is using. Okay, so but coming to the robotics, a special version will be there because the robots also embedding with all these applications. Many of the industries, whatever I am telling right now, is connected with the robots and along with the IoT. So these are the different areas having a scope for IoT plus robotics as well. And I want to show one more thing. Not in future, we'll go for the see here, 5,000 plus IoT jobs will be there in Bangalore itself right now. Opening. If you go for any other platforms, there are a lot of job vacancies will be there. IoT and robotic segments. I want to show some stats. Yeah. See this. This is I want to show you. Actually, I'm trying for so much time. IoT in robotics market overview. You can see this real-time market. Okay, the Internet of, I think it is visible to everyone, right? Yeah. IoRT, we call it as a IoRT, Internet of Things and Robotics. Okay, together in one place, is expected to reach the valuation of $100 billions by 2028. This is very huge amount of growth we are going to have. $100 billions means a very big scope for the IoRT segment, especially. Okay, between 2021 and to 2028. So we are in the middle of this. So there is a lot of scope. You can go for, you can see here, global internet robotics things market, 2021, 18 billion dollars, 1800, I mean, $18 billion. And if you go for 2028, $100 billion. So right now we are having at least mid of it, 50. So it is going to be increased in the 2028, even up to $50, $50 billion. There is a huge market is there. That is what I want to explain. So there is a huge market for IoRT. If you are really passionate about robotics, then this is the right time to learn about Internet of Things along with the robotics. One more important thing I want to tell to all the students nowadays is like, when we are learning about a specific domain, the trend will lost already. If you are a robot engineer, means the trend will lost. It is don't have a opportunity for you nowadays. All the jobs and nowadays all the trend is like connecting of 2 to 3 domains. You should be have a knowledge of 2 to 3 domains. I have seen people in the olden days like I am the mechanical student, I should have the knowledge of only mechanical. No, it won't work. We should have the knowledge of mechanical at the same time electronics a bit to make it basic connections, basic things, little things. So then you have a special recognition in the market. Okay, if you see internet of things, sorry, artificial intelligence, now also only artificial intelligence will not play a key role. If you are connecting artificial intelligence with the robotics, it has a huge scope. Okay, so if you are really enthusiast about robotics means, then don't only select robotics, go with robotics with IoT and robotics with artificial intelligence. Then you have the number one chance to get a high paid jobs. Okay, you can get a chance of 20 lakhs per annum starting. There is a lot of scope is there, because people and industry is expecting people who is having an artificial intelligence knowledge, okay, in the particular domain. Okay, in the IT domain, of course, artificial intelligence is, exclusively playing a key role. But apart from IT domain, okay, in the automobile industries or robotics industries, is also expecting the persons, okay, from the knowledge of artificial intelligence and IoT. So this is how these segments will be there. Okay, yeah. So I just want to like, is there any Q&A section, sir, for this?
Yeah, Satish.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any Q&A session, sir, for these people?
Yeah, it is there for last, I think, 5 to 10
10 minutes.
minutes. I can
Yeah.
open their
Okay.
mics. Okay.
Yeah, 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 fine, fine. Because sharing knowledge in the form of
Yeah, yeah. If
AI.
they can ask in between, they can write in chat box if they have any questions
Yeah.
in chat.
Okay, 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 okay.
They can write in chat box, but
Sir,
I can
if
open.
anyone want to know any special knowledge about any special domain,
Yeah, please,
you can
participants.
ask me questions, because I really want to spend this remaining half an hour with the interesting questions. So I'm
Yeah,
expecting interesting questions from the
one
people.
1 minute. I am going to switch on their mics. 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah, okay. You can chart also. I'm open the chart, so I will read from chart also.
Yeah, please write the questions in chat box.
Yeah,
I'm requesting all the participants, if you have any questions, please switch on
yeah,
your mic and you can respond. You can interact with the expert.
yeah. One question like Yashpal Chopra. I want to read that question.
If any student want to switch from mechanical to robotics in their PhD, so
Yes.
what are the best way to get best theoretical and practical knowledge in robotics domain?
Yeah, sir. Especially if you are from mechanical domain in your masters, and if you want to switch to the robotics in the PhD domain, so most probably you are good at mechanical segment, as you are traveling from same background. So the major challenges you are facing in robotics is like the electronic segment is coming into the picture when you are going into the robotics in the PhD domain. So if you are thinking if you are good at learning even electronics and electrical things also, little connected to the robotics, I mean little connected to the mechanical systems, okay, I can learn it and I can understand that concepts, okay, in the form of controlling segments, programming segment, because when you are going into the robotics, definitely you should have a basic knowledge about robot programming also, and sensors, actuators, and understanding about the controllers and all. So if you're thinking like, okay, I'm little bit good at that topics, then it is a best way to go for the robotics after your mechanical in the PhD. And coming to the resources concept, as you mentioned, so what is the best way to get the best theoretical and practical knowledge in robotics domain is like, uh, see, generally if you are starting your robotic enthusiasm, okay, not about PhD, even you can start your enthusiasm to make a real time project. The best way is start from the projects. Just go with the small projects. Okay, you can see a lot of examples in the YouTube. Okay, so go with the small real time project, make it. So the real challenges comes uh, when it is started balancing things, okay, when it is moving, controlling. So a lot of real challenges will come, so you will learn automatically from that challenges. So my suggestion is start from the practical, real time small projects, very, very small projects. You can start with the autonomous robots, any small autonomous three like one dimensional hands, or one dimensional robots, or humanoid robot, that how the humanoid boy robot is standing, okay, how it is balancing. So understanding these kind of topics, or any micro level of topics, micro robots and all. So if you are go for any medical applications, you can try with how micro robots are making, what kind of motors are using in the micro robots. So like that you can start researching about it. You will find a lot of resources. And of course nowadays AI developed a lot. You can use the chat gpt or Gemini or any other suggestions from the internet. Is robotics a good choice for PhD of CSC students? If you are, I think, assuming like you are from, if you are a CSC student, is robotics is a good choice? Yeah, actually, if you are a CSC student, generally uh, nowadays the artificial intelligence is the main key role for the CSC student, especially machine learning and data science. These three are the domains, major domains for the CSC students to make in the top level in the next coming 5 to 10 years. This is going to rule. Okay, so but many people are going in the same direction, because if you are the CSC student, okay, if you know that okay, this is the current trend, uh, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and these things are the current trend, then lakhs of people are going into the same kind of direction in the PhDs as well. So to make a different impact, you just have to, as you are having a capability, like as you are having a benefit of coming from computer science department, you can easily understand AI segment, you can easily understand the programming, you can easily understand the machine learning segment. So now challenge is like understanding of robotics, connecting this robotics with the artificial intelligence. So is a new domain, and that gives a different impact, and very few people will go into that domain. Artificial intelligence combination with robotics. So that will be useful. Yeah, that will be a good choice. Going with CSC student with the robotics means not go, don't go only for robotics, go for AI plus robotics segment. That because I definitely I can say that you can easily understand the AI segment, AI and machine learning, as it's a CSC department, if the person. So you may be feeling a little difficult with the robotics initially, but later on, once you are understanding the robotics segment, slowly connecting. Connecting of electronics and connecting of the hardware segment, mechanical segment, and everything. If you understand small things, so after that you will definitely easily connect that. Yeah. Yeah, the second question someone asked me, can machine learning be combined with robotics? Of course, we can combine machine learning with robotics. That is what I'm telling till now. The robotics giving a lot of data every minute, every second, it is giving a lot of data. So now machine learning playing a key role, identifying and analyzing the data. So the data can be analyzed with only machine learning, because without machine learning, humans cannot identify where is the mistake. Okay, humans cannot do that process. Okay, so there the machine learning concept is coming. Yeah, I'm a complete ME thermal engineering. Yeah, I'm interested in PhD robotics side, please. Um, Give me suggestion for research topics. Yeah, if you are the thermal engineering, so generally related to mech, ME in thermal engineering, and I'm interested in PhD in robotics. Yeah. So as I told you before, thermal engineering plays a key role in the plants segment, like identifying of thermal related gases or whatever these kind of segments. So as I told you some before example, in industries there is a scope of robots which is humans cannot enter. Okay, so there is a very big scope for the robotics side. So you can directly you can try the robotics also over there, but I'm always suggesting the current technology should be integrating with the robotics, give a different exposure to you when comparing with others. So sir, I'm pushing tech in robotics and AI. Yeah, that is a great thing to listen here. So, what are the top three things that I can do and become different from others, and what are the qualities should have? So, if you are pursuing MTech in robotics and artificial intelligence, so I think what are the top three things that I can do and become a different from others? Yeah, so what if you want to be different from others? Of course you are already different because you have chosen robotics plus AI. That's already different. But in this also, if you want to make a different segment, then start working with a data visualization and decision making. I want to tell you one example, like the Sophia. Sophia, I think most of you know that. Like it's from last 5 years we heard about that name. Last 4 years, I think. Sophia robot. It's a citizenship robot, just like humanoid robot. It's citizenship of Dubai. Dubai country have a giving a citizenship to the that Sophia robot. It can ask any, just like a human. It is answering any question, and it is moving. Okay, so how this is the exact example for robot, a combination with artificial intelligence. So it can answer any kind of question. It has a expressions. It will talk like a human. Okay, so it will give a presentations. It can give a seminars. It already given. You can see in the internet also. Sophia is a robot. So if you start working with this kind of application, humanoid application, so definitely you will be in the different position. Not exactly the same one, but you can take any small problem in this segment. Robot connecting with artificial intelligence. Definitely you will be in the different segment. Yeah. Yeah. How can I learn practically? So as I told you, the the simple way is like, of course most of the people, most of the percentage of time they are spending in theoretical knowledge, because I strongly tell to many people, because from last 10 years I am investing my time 30 to 40% on theoretical and 70% in the practical. Okay, so even though I'm getting mistakes and even though the systems are not working, but still I'm recorrecting it. So I'm not stuck with the, but the problem is many people spending 70% time on theoretical, 30% time on practical. So that is not correct. You have to start, uh, take a problem. The best way to learn is take a problem first. Take any small robot. That is question. So start making that robot. So while making that robot, you will automatically learn the topics. Okay, example is like I told you now only. If you want to make a Sophia kind of robot, so what is the first question? So what kind of processor I have to use, and what kind of like processor I have to use to listen voice. So what kind of system I have to use to listen a human voice. Then we will identify that what is the processor. We will start learning from what is the processor. So like that. And if you want to make the humanoid body, humanoid face of the robot, let's assume. So if you face a robot, so how to make a humanoid face, you will learn, start learning how to make a jaw moving, how to make this system, how to create this system. So take a problem, take any big problem, as you want to be a PhD candidate, take a big problem. So, okay, based on that problem, solve one by one. Okay, small things. So while solving, automatically you will learn the topics. You will search in the internet is the biggest platform, guys. I want to tell that important point, because I can proudly say that from last 10 years the internet is the only platform I am learning. I have learned a lot of things. This is like a guru for me. Of course, the main important thing for any research student is how to search in the internet. Okay, because when you are searching something, you will get 10 links. So out of 10 link, which is the correct link, which is the best link, identifying is a difficult part. But once you do this process continuously every time, so automatically you will identify, okay, out of 10, by seeing the link, you can find that, okay, this link is the good one, or this data is the good one. But if you are in the starting stages, definitely you have to spend time on learning all the 10 links. One link, first you have to see that, okay, only 10% is useful. You go for the second link, only 20% useful. You go for third one, it's 60% useful. You go for fourth link, only 1% is useful. So like this, you once you have that this experience how to use the internet, then automatically you will find solutions in the internet very easily without wasting time. But it's all about experience using of the internet.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
now, while we are thinking of integrating, now while I was actually I was pursuing my PhD earlier days.
Yes, sir.
So at that time, I usually think about those machines, thinking about its own troubleshooting. It actually came into my mind. And
Yeah.
then now my question is that as IoT is now integrating with robotics, so it's impeccable imagination it is. But the
Yeah.
point is that is it possible to maintain the three laws of robotics if IoT gets integrated with
So
robotics? Because
please repeat the
that
last line.
time,
Is it possible to create the?
is it possible to maintain three laws of robotics? Three laws
Yeah.
of robotics.
Okay.
So because sir, as robots are now connected, IoT is we are integrating with the robots. So everything will become transparent. And now in
Yes.
that case, is it possible to maintain at least these three laws of robotics? I have a big confusion regarding this point, because first point might be possible, but the second and the third point, so is it possible to maintain three laws of robotics and while integrating IoT with robotics?
Yes, sir. Actually, when we are going for this three laws of robotic segments, when we are seeing about like when it is connected with the Internet of Things, that robots, we should not injure the humans. Okay, in actions. Okay, it should not harm the things. Give me a sec. So it should not injure the humans. So that is one of the major tasks we are having when we are making about robots. That is one of the main law of the robot. So when it is connected with IoT, it is more smarter, sir. Actually, when you are taking about only one robot without IoT, so if it is completing the task, means when you are integrating with the IoT, means it's more smarter. So when the thing is more smarter, okay, maybe you are imaging with the AI also. Let us assume you are connecting AI also, like Sophia. If the Sophia is fighting with the humans, let us assume. Okay, it is not supporting humans and it is against to the humans. Let us assume. So the thing is like uh, this is also one of the greatest problems right now. Even Tesla, we know that mm, Tesla, sorry, Elon Musk is working on the same project. Okay, same kind of project. He want to make a robots just like humans. So they protect us. So in his positive way, he is telling, okay, that will protect like a army to the countries. So a lot of robots we will make it. So but at the same time, he has a like one point he is telling, he has a fear of this robot can also be against to the human at some point if somebody is controlling that robot. So there may be a possibility, sir, as of now. Okay, the robots can against to the humans, but uh, the research maybe if it is in the quality level, in the next level, uh, to control that against kind of mindset, when we are researching on that, so then there is a possibility like it cannot oppose the human ideas. Maybe when we are talking with, we have seen some examples in the internet also. When we are talking, there is a robot, somebody is talking with that robot, and automatically it slaps that person because it doesn't like that person's idea. So this is one of the viral video happened few months back. So there may be a possibility it is against to the one of the law of robotics, but still there is a lot of advantages are there. Okay, uh, when
No, sir.
comparing with that.
Actually, yes. Advantage. There is lot of advantages, but
Yeah.
this is why I used to think about these things, because earlier in the year 2020, when there was COVID, just it originated on many online platforms. This FDPs and trainings, webinars was going on. I
Yes, sir.
had gone through an excellent lecture on robotics, and there one of the
Yes.
finest professor, very senior professor, might be from some foreign universities, Indian,
Yes.
but he is
Yeah.
actually with the foreign universities. I forgot that, but he told brilliant when during the conclusion that we are teaching robots literature. Now it might happen someday robot is going getting the Nobel on that literature. One, the future of this AI and robotics, what it actually it will the hike the level of the enhancement, that robot is
Yes.
actually with using machine learning, deep learning, it is learning the literature, and
Yeah.
finally it is so capable of that literature that it is now its nomination is going for the Nobel Prize. So this
Yes,
might
sir.
happen. So
The
this is
both
what
things can
actually.
happen, sir. One can be go for the Nobel Prize and one can go for the terrorism. So the problem is like how it is made and how it is using. So some people in the mind a negative way, they are trained in the negative way. So there is a, huge kind of robots generated to do the war segment. So that kind of segment also possible, sir, actually. But it's completely based on the humans, because if you are making a robot in the positive way, means as you said exactly, it will go for the noble thing. But if the robot is trained with the bad things, okay, to do when somebody is coming in front of you, just kill him. So these kind of trainings if you are giving, definitely it will kill that person, robot. So it is purely depending on the how we are making and how we are training, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. I think your
Um,
doubt is cleared. Yeah, in this.
Sir, first
Yeah,
of all, thank you very much, sir. You have explained me as a crystal clear manner, sir. I
thank you,
have
sir.
learned a lot from you, sir, right now. So I'm
Please.
I'm tech student in
Uh,
robotics and AI, sir.
Okay.
Sir, you
అవునా?
said that data visualization. So I
Yeah,
did not get that one, no, sir.
ఓకే. డిలీట్ చేయొచ్చా
yeah,
దాన్ని?
sir. Yeah. So coming to data
డిలీట్
visualization,
చేయొచ్చు
sir,
మేడం.
actually, hello. Yeah. Shall I
Yes,
talk?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So data
పెట్టండి.
visualization means like, sir, if you take for
డిలీట్
any
చేయొచ్చు.
example
నేను
right now,
డిలీట్
when
చేస్తాను.
we are talking about Sophia or any robot, okay, or any, so there is a lot of data is coming, sir, right now. So if you go for any, even you are using a mobile phone. So why we are using a mobile phone? So lot of data is recording backend. How many photos you have seen today? How many reels you have seen? So like that, there is a lot of data is coming in the backend. So I mean, I want to tell you one thing like how AI is working backend. That is small example. If you are seeing, if you went to the Amazon and you seen a product of any wallet, any pen, okay, a pen, and you closed that window, you didn't purchase anything, and you went into Instagram, social media. So you are scrolling. During scrolling, you will get an ad of same pen, same Amazon ad. Did you observe like this kind of activity before? Most probably we are experiencing this kind of activity. Why? Because your backend data is reading by the system. Okay, you are browsing Amazon, but you didn't purchase it there. So you are getting an ad in Instagram. We know that Instagram is not the product of Amazon, and Amazon is not the product of Instagram. They both are different companies, but still you are getting Amazon pen ad, exactly this pen ad in Instagram. How it is possible? Because the backend, your mobile phone is reading all your data, your browsing data, your working data, your screen data, everything it is reading. So to increase the sales, to increase the business for their particular product, so they are giving that ads. So like that, when we are going for the robots, okay, let us assume the regular robots like uh, let's assume one of the biggest good example for that. If you seen in USA, the delivery things can be done by robots only. We have seen many. So the robots are delivering the food or any Amazon delivering products or anything is done by the robots. So how they are doing? From their warehouse to that particular address, that person door number it is giving entered, so it will directly go in there and that it is delivering the product. So these kind of delivering robots are there. So if I am the Amazon CEO, what I will think, okay, in country, in the complete USA, which country or which state is selling more number of deliveries? Where is I'm getting major number of products? So and how many kilometers of walk my robots are done? Okay, so these kind of real-time data, when I am required, then I will definitely have to use this real-time data. I mean, data visualization is important over here, right? I want the data, so I have the data. I have already kept this all data in the backend. So that data is internally processed by the machine learning algorithms, and visually I'm seeing, okay, okay, Texas is having in Texas, my robots together traveled 1 lakh kilometers, and in San Francisco, my robots are moved 80,000 kilometers in this 1 year. So like that, it is giving a real-time data so that the persons, the CEOs can imagine the next year how to give the targets, how to increase the targets. So this kind of real-time data can be used for the robots to visualize in the machine learning segment and the artificial intelligence segment. So data processing is coming in this kind of examples, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, thank you. And two people raised the hand, Selvam E, I think, and Neha also. You can ask the question.
Uh, so this is a question regarding that one participant has raised a question like can we able to apply the laws of not the degree of laws
Yeah,
in mobile robots? Actually, the thing is the perception I'm telling that because I'm a the student, I'm working with aerial robotics.
okay,
There's a perception that while we designing the any robots, the for say I'm saying for the drone designing, and it could be for it's autonomous drones
yeah,
where need to we need to not to follow some degree of manuality. At the same time, we need to follow some kinematics, sir, actually. So the
Yeah.
thing is like depend upon the scenario, depend upon the application is specified, we can able to apply the kinematics. Because we cannot simply we can able to apply the degree of freedom on the particular the drone designing, because it is not so specific in designing and is payload and completely it is depend upon the manual perception.
Yes, sir. And I want to. I didn't understand like what exactly question is like. Is it possible, or you're asking like to design manually, or
No, no.
understand? Yeah.
Actually, the question is that I'm giving that's the reply to
Autonomous.
that one participant raised a question like, can we able to apply the degree of loss
Yeah.
for autonomous robots? Uh,
Yes.
Not robots like that. But my question is that can we able to apply that? Is it really not possible, sir?
Yeah, it is possible, sir. Actually, that is what I'm telling. But the problem is like there is a when you is talking about drones, autonomous drones. So we all know
Yes.
that there is a lot of autonomous drone segment. Okay. Nowadays we have seen some shows also autonomous drones segment. Some shows that is one of the biggest example for autonomous drone segment. All these autonomous
Yes, sir.
drones are interconnected, right? So these are
Yes.
all connected with one with others, and this is all controlled by IoT in the screen itself. Because these drones, the transmitter and the receiver will be there. So the receiver is getting signal from the system with a lot of software application is controlling connected with this system with the drones. Okay.
Okay.
So this can be possible, sir. Yeah. Yeah. I'm some
Okay,
other
sir. Okay.
yeah, Monica or something. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sir, some people raised the hands. You can ask questions.
Yeah, they can switch on their mic.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
Sir, as far as this unmanned electrical vehicles are concerned, I'm currently working on unmanned aerial electrical vehicle, that is unmanned vehicles, autonomous vehicles,
Okay.
where the data transfer, as you mentioned, the data transfer and logging of data and what you call
Server.
processing of data from the system at the laboratory level. What could be the better means for that?
I mean, you are asking like how we can do the experiment in the laboratory like that for processing of data and all.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, we have made a drone.
Okay. Drone.
We are lagging. We have targeted for a multi-purpose drone, but we have confined ourselves to um, fire extinguishers drone. But the mechanical design is such that we could not manage to, at the laboratory level, we could not manage to check with the what you call the drone lifting capacity of the drone. Like even if we are designing the mathematical parameter, that is mechanical parameters as such, mm,
But it's not lifting.
using or programming the drone, we have programmed the drone using Raspberry Pi, and we have used that YOLO V8 algorithm for the surveillance, and all rather the data, like when we are using this, the communication latency, the what you call in terms of dumping dumping what you call the data and logging the GPS data, all these things are becoming a Herculean task. So what could be the very what you call like
Is it,
yeah,
you
easiest
want to make
means of doing that?
Yeah, as I understand from your question, like you are going to make a drone, fire existing drone, right? So you want to make the drone, uh, and you are
Mhm.
using a Raspberry Pi for the programming and controlling purpose. So you are facing some
Yes,
problems in routing and all, like how the GPS
yes, sir,
connections and everything,
exactly.
right? Okay. So I especially,
GPS connections we can manage it, but
hmm,
the thing is that when logging the GPS data, we could not manage to we cannot manage to log the GPS.
okay. So I mean, like in your Raspberry Pi, you should have an option, or you should have a program. Hello, yeah.
Mm.
So I want to tell
Yeah,
you one
tell
thing.
me,
Like,
sir.
I think in your Raspberry Pi, you have created a different programs for different applications.
Mm.
Definitely, one
Yes,
is to
exactly.
control the drone, one is to get the
Mm.
data from the GPS, and one is to identify the fire and
Mm.
how to go there and how to exact the
Exactly, sir.
blast or whatever it may be.
Mm.
So in this, you are talking about the data of the
Mm.
GPS point.
Exactly,
Okay.
sir.
So you have the
Mm.
GPS
Mm.
data that maybe how you are recording, I don't know. But if you are using a proper
Mm.
program to decode that, because
Mm.
GPS data is not understandable easily, so you should have a program to
Mm.
into a understandable program. Okay, I mean to decode
Okay.
that particular GPS locations.
Mm.
So then based
Mhm.
on the application, we need to change that program. This is completely working.
Mm.
This is completely a part of the programming of the Raspberry Pi. So how you are getting the data
Okay.
is the main key point. How you are collecting the data.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I think you
Mm-hmm.
are using any GPS modules you are using over there. Like,
Yes, we are using a GPS module, sir, and we are
mhm.
using a GPS module. Along with that, we have fixed up a camera for logging the
Okay,
images. Classification of images are also being done. And
okay,
right now, since it was not working, we have replaced that with a Pixart.
okay, Pixar. You have
Even
been,
then, when yeah, it has been this complete Raspberry Pi setup is being replaced by Pixart, and we are using the software that is open source software for what you call operating this, connecting this drone and operating it. But rather,
mhm.
it is not. It could we could not manage to get it to more than 1 meter.
Okay.
That's
As
that's what.
somebody also messaged
Uh,
in the chat box, that is one of the important point.
mm,
If it is a problem with the
mm,
hardware, so definitely if you are
mm,
keeping your system outside of the laboratory, then only GPS
mm.
will collect the data. But I don't know exactly
Okay.
what kind of GPS
Mm,
you're using. So some GPS will identify inside also, but most of the
mm,
GPSs will work
mm, mm, mm,
properly when you are keeping it outside of the
mm,
laboratory. That is the
mm.
one hardware problem. But if your hardware is not a
Okay.
problem, like if you are
Okay.
keeping outside, still you are getting a wrong
Mm,
data, then you have to
mm,
work with the Python program, how to
mm.
read that data and how to visualize the data.
Okay.
Yeah, it's purely technical work.
Okay, sir.
Inside, we have
Okay.
to go inside. Without seeing that program and all, we
Okay,
cannot.
sir.
Yeah,
Okay, sir. Okay, okay.
yeah.
Fine, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your valuable input, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Someone else, I think one more person is raised their hand. I think this is the last person. I think. Yeah, you can ask. I think Selvam E.
Sir?
Yeah, you have raised the hand. Please. You have any question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, sir.
Sorry, your voice is not audible. Please.
Sir, actually, we need to configure the flight controller, sir. Since the madam is using the Pixar controller,
Yeah, yeah.
then
Pixar.
he's supposed to configure the flight controller because since he's using that particular flight controller, there may be
Yeah.
some hardware compatibility issue with the
Yes.
device.
Exactly.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And just all of the telemetry data and the GPS and camera visuals, nothing she might get actually.
Okay.
That can be used for the classification purpose. But
Yeah,
I'm
of
telling
course.
you, you need to configure the Pixar controller, the flight controller, sir.
Yes, yes, exactly. When you are going for the
Then
drones, actually better option is go for the ready-made controllers that we are using.
yes,
Like
sir.
when you go for KK is very basic one, so it won't come have the there is
Yes,
a
sir.
very problems with the KK, and after that Pixar is somewhat better because it has a features to communicate with the GPS connections will be there automatically, and camera connections will be
Mm.
there. So there are multiple applications you can have with the
There is a
Pixar, but you should
there is
have the
a there is a direct
direct plug and play type.
we can configure with the
Easily,
ROS
you can
platform and
easily
Pixar
do that
controller.
with the yes, yes,
So that
exactly.
won't
But
be issue, madam.
yeah, yeah. But the main problem is like if they want to go for any custom work inside of it, then they have to go for Raspberry kind of thing. Okay, just
Yeah,
basic.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Because they are telling like they have image classification means they want to read the images from the camera. Then you have to identify that where fire is there. Maybe that kind of work they are doing. So in this
Exactly, sir.
case,
Exactly, sir.
yeah, in this case they
Exactly.
need to keep another processor like along with the
that
Pixel. They have to communicate with the
that the madam supposed to configure the map. Since the map, she need to train the model with the map first of all,
yes,
because since the heuristic approach, she train the model with the map, and
yes,
then where we need to navigate the particular UAV drone.
yeah.
UAV,
Okay.
yeah.
So like that
From
we
that,
have to
from
do
that,
that.
you can
So that
identify the point.
completely based on your project, we have to
Exactly,
work.
exactly,
Yeah. Yes.
exactly, madam. Thank you.
So I think, sir, I think anyone completed, I think, questions. Or still have anyone having any questions?
I think
Yeah.
there is no doubts. Okay. Thank you, Satish. Thank you for accepting our request.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Your
Thank you so much.
contact information, sir.
Yeah.
You can write your email, Satish, in chat
Yeah, I'm
box.
writing. Yeah, I'm writing here, sir. In chat, I'm writing.
Yeah, I'm requesting all the participant